Hello, hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me once again. Now, I said in a previous video that I would just talk about some of the my experiences on the various beats on the Wye and Usk Foundation fishing passport. And so I wanted to kind of do like a almost like a golden pasty award, sort of a like a tongue-in-cheek way to kind of vote for what I consider to be the best fishery. Now, the thing you cannot judge any of these places, I've come to realize, on the amount of water, because at the end of the day, that can't be helped. But I do have some thoughts about how the Wye Usk Foundation specifically could improve. For instance, if you use FishPal and go fishing in Scotland, you have very often you have a seasonal price change. So in the slower months, the price, for instance, when I went fishing in February, for instance, I'll just give you an example. Fish ponds, which is one of my best videos so far. Fish ponds cost me £50 a day. Now, when I look at their price for a day ticket now, it's like £150 a day. And so I think that maybe the Wye Usk Foundation should really base their ticket prices on the actual prevailing water conditions, because surely it's better to have somebody out there fishing, earning the riparian owner a bit of money rather than not, or also costing someone like me, let's say, what's the most expensive, Rectory or Upper Bigswear, £70 when there's very little water and all I caught was trout, and yet I'm on a salmon ticket. And so I suppose there is the onus on the fisherman to know better, I suppose, but I've already spent just under £500 with the Wye Usk Foundation to understand exactly what that's what I've spent to learn all these lessons. So let's go through them in order. Dean and Chapter, really nice open water. I thought the best part about it for me was the off-road drive, the fact you could drive down to the river and along it. I mean, that was great. I loved that. Next was Goodrich Court. That again was nice fishery, no facilities again. That was £50 per day. Then Wycliffe on the Upper Wye. That cost £25 for the day, and that's what I fished with myself and my friend Scott. The owners were very friendly, so. Very helpful. We weren't expecting to see anybody, but they gave us great directions, and of course we followed it. I did catch a big brown trout, but obviously no salmon, but nevertheless I thought that was pretty good. Red Lion Mochass Fishery, that was excellent. £37 for the day's fishing, and they've got miles and miles of fishing. And on a salmon day ticket, you can go to all of it. I thought that was pretty impressive, actually. Maybe some fish. After that, I had booked to go on to another trout river. It was like £10. But I then was just just snooping around the Wye Usk Foundation, and I found this beat called Upper Bigswear. I'd been talking to somebody at in the Chainbridge pub about fishing, and he mentioned this beat called, I think it was not Wycliffe, but Wysham, I think it was called, and I should try to get a day ticket on it. Well, I looked at Wysham, and I think it would have been £100 or maybe more. I thought, I don't really want to spend that kind of money. And then I found Upper Bigswear, 70 quid. I thought, God. But it apparently is just above that Wysham location, and also it's below another one called Cardora Pool, which is also a very famous section of the Wye. And I thought, well, why don't we give it a go? Maybe they're all kind of down there. And again, that was a very disappointing experience, in as much that there was no sign of salmon. I fished through pretty much all the way through, and I just become really demoralised. And I at Upper Big Swear, when you see the video, you'll see me at the end. I was extremely despondent and dejected, and there, you know, after I put the camera away, I kind of sat there for probably about 15-20 minutes trying to work out whether or not I should just jack this in. It was that bad. But thankfully, all of the people who have given me such amazing confidence through their encouragement, it kind of like rang true. And sitting here now, I think, no, pay my dues and work through it. And I am looking forward to, again, to being back on the river. Then the final beat was Greenbank. That was £27.50, and as you'll see in the video, I didn't catch anything. The water was really low, and I was casting for quite a bit at a certain pool where I could see fish, but they weren't interested. And then what you don't know is that after I packed everything up, I was climbing back up the bank, and the bank was very, very eroded, and I put my foot on this brick or something, and this brick just plopped into the pool, and then there was an explosion of something massive. The ripples and the sort of like coming out from it was just like an explosion. It must have been a big fish, maybe it was a salmon, but there was going to be no way. I mean, I was stood next to this area probably for like half an hour, trying to cast at this pool where I could see these fish feeding. Yeah, so obviously there are fish there, but like like other people have said, these fish lying in these certain swims where the water's low, very unlikely you're going to be able to catch them. So that was my experience of the Wye Usk Foundation. Most of these fisheries, like Dean and Chapter, Goodrich Court, Rectory, Chainbridge, Upper Big Swear, the description on the website says roughly the same. Prime, Wye, salmon fishing stretch, you know, talking about how amazing it is and all this kind of stuff. And then when you get there, the actual my experience of these prime, top quality kind of places was, I felt, radically different from what I actually experienced. Right, update. So I interject into this review video of the Wye Usk Foundation because I dropped an absolute clanger on my trip down to Wales, because I thought I'd booked in to go fishing on Chainbridge, and unfortunately, through my own error really, and not reading the beat map correctly, I ended up fishing on completely the wrong beat, and I was fishing on the beat above Chainbridge, and so I was I didn't actually fish on Chainbridge at all. And the person who owns that fishery, Chainbridge, he actually phoned me up and was lovely over the phone and told me that I actually was fishing at the wrong place, and obviously I was fishing at the wrong time, and I get that. You know, the Wye Usk Foundation were very happy to sell me the ticket for salmon. That didn't stop them, but he did say that I was fishing on the wrong place, and I thought, God, there I am, you know, slagging it off. In actual fact, I was fishing in the wrong place. So I decided to take that video down and to edit this review video as well, because it would be very, very unfair for me to be, you know, very sort of, you know, talking about negative experiences, but I wasn't even on that beat. But I was overwhelmed by is his invitation for me to come back down when the water is better and the conditions are better, to come and fish on that fishery again, and to actually do my video of it and my kind of review of it another time. So thanks to him for putting me right, because I hate to go anywhere where I'm not meant to be fishing, and I've made that mistake in Scotland as well. I'd hate to do that. So this is just a little update in this review video to say that actually, if you remember, I did a Chainbridge video, but actually I didn't. So I will be returning to Chainbridge and the Usk when weather conditions are better, by the kind, very kind offer of the guy who runs Chainbridge. The rectory, you know, billed as the premier this and premier that, and yet you get there and it's overgrown, the banks aren't maintained, there's trees and stuff everywhere blocking your path, there's a hut, great, you know, you can use a hut, okay, fantastic. The facilities inside, you know, it's dirty, cigarette butts everywhere, you know, like they provided a camping stove, but it was broken, you know, and it was broken to the point you couldn't get like the gas cylinder out, because I had some of those portable gas stoves in the car. I couldn't put one in, if you know what I mean. So, you know, I just feel that the Wye Usk Foundation and the riparian owners who work through them, you know, I just think that it's a bit of a joke, really, and it's a shame. I have a question for you. Where should I go? Where should I go next? I fished on the River Tay and the Spey and the Tweed in Scotland. In Wales, I fished on the Usk and the Wye. I want to go for salmon. I am a novice salmon fisherman, okay, and so I'm still learning a great amount. But I'm struggling to work out where to go next. Should I go back to Scotland? Should I go to should I go across to Ireland? Should I go up north, like on the Tyne or something like that? I don't know. But I want your help really to plan my next trip, and maybe if you're up for it, we can meet up and we go fishing together. Certainly would love to have that experience as well. So this is my question to you. Where next? Please put your suggestions in the comment section below, okay, and then I can work out where I'm going to go next, and we can make my next adventure based upon your recommendations. Thank you again for your continued support, and I look forward to potentially going fishing with you one day. All right, take care then. Bye bye.